I'm a 34-year-old woman, married to my 38-year-old husband for 5 years. He has a 16-year-old daughter, Lily, from his previous marriage, who lives with us most of the time. I've worked hard to be a supportive stepmom, but Lily, like many teenagers, is obsessed with trendy clothes, gadgets, and the latest tech. We provide for her needs, but my husband and I draw the line at indulging her every whim. Like buying her a new smartphone or $300 sneakers on a whim. Lily has been vocal about her frustration with our frugality, which we chalked up to typical teen entitlement. A few weeks ago, strange packages started arriving at our house, addressed to me but containing items I didn't order. The first was a designer purse with a note. "Excited to meet you soon, love, Jay." I was baffled, assuming it was a delivery error. My husband was equally clueless, and we dismissed it as a fluke, perhaps a gift from a friend we couldn't place. But more packages arrived. Luxury shoes, high-end cosmetics, a gaming headset, even jewelry, all addressed to me. Each came with romantic notes like, "Hope you love this" from T. I grew increasingly uneasy. My husband teased that I had a secret suitor, but he was also uncomfortable. The gift seemed more suited to a teenager's taste than mine, and I noticed Lily had previously shown interest in similar items. Suspicion crept in. I confronted Lily, asking if she knew anything about the packages. She got defensive, snapping, "Why would I know anything?" in a classic teen tone. Her reaction felt off, so I did some investigating. When Lily left her backpack in the living room, I looked inside and found evidence that left me stunned. Multiple fake dating profiles using my photos and name, portraying me as a single woman in her 30s. Lily had stolen images from my social media and personal details, like my city, love for dogs, and yoga habit, to create these profiles, tweaking my birth date to seem older. The profiles were filled with flirty exchanges with men. It hit me. Lily was catfishing these men, using my identity to trick them into sending gifts and money to our address. From her messages, I calculated she'd scammed over $3,000 in 2 months through cash transfers, Amazon gift cards, and Visa cards. Worse, she'd used my personal information, name, address, birth date, and possibly my social security number, to open at least 2 credit card accounts in my name, including a store card. I found an email confirmation for a card under Jane Smith, not my real name, but tied to my details. This was identity theft and fraud, not a harmless prank. When I confronted Lily with the evidence, she showed no remorse. She shrugged, saying she needed money because her dad wouldn't buy her what she wanted, and it's not like I was using those photos or credit. Furious, I told her this was a serious crime that endangered my safety. She shot back that I was overreacting and didn't understand her needs. My husband stepped in to mediate, but he downplayed it, saying she's just 16 and didn't grasp the severity, calling it teenage foolishness. I was livid. He wasn't seeing the gravity of strangers knowing our address or the financial fraud. I insisted this wasn't just grounds for grounding. It was a federal crime. Lily rolled her eyes, calling it no big deal and saying the men were pathetic losers who didn't matter. She admitted she'd already bought a new phone with the money and planned to stop once she got enough for clothes. I was speechless. I froze my credit, monitored my accounts, and made Lily give me access to the fake profiles. I posted on them, warning the men they'd been catfished by a minor, then deleted the accounts. I also contacted a couple of the men to apologize and explain it was a scam by a teenager. Some were furious. Lily was outraged that I ruined her plan and embarrassed her. My husband, still in protective dad mode, begged me to keep it a family matter, suggesting therapy or grounding instead of police involvement, worried about ruining her future. I understood his concern but felt this breach of trust and safety couldn't be swept under the rug. She'd stolen my identity, and I feared one of these men could show up or worse. I was torn. Would reporting this make me the villain, destroying a 16-year-old's life over a mistake? Or was I justified in demanding serious consequences? Comment 1. How did she get your personal info for the credit cards? Did she hack something or find documents? Op reply, I'm not entirely sure. I keep my social security card and important papers in a home office file cabinet we thought was secure. She likely snooped there for my SSN and birth date. She already knew my name, address, and birth date from living with us. She might have also grabbed a pre-approved credit offer from the mail. She hasn't confessed exactly how, but she had enough to apply for cards online. Everything's locked down now. Comment 2, NTA. This isn't typical teen behavior. It's serious fraud with real victims. Those men could come after you, thinking you scammed them. Your husband's wrong to minimize it. You should report it or at least talk to a lawyer to protect yourself. Op reply, thanks. I'm leaning that way. I've placed a fraud alert on my credit and plan to notify the credit card companies about the fraudulent accounts. I'm gathering evidence for a police report to document the identity theft and protect myself legally. My husband's starting to see the necessity, though he's hesitant. Comment 3. YTA. What kind of stepmom are you? She's 16 and made a mistake because her dad, your husband, wouldn't buy her stuff. Instead of empathizing, you want to ruin her life with the cops. You're supposed to protect her, not throw her to the wolves for a dumb teen error. Get over yourself. Op reply, that's absurd. This isn't a dumb teen error, it's fraud and identity theft. She put my safety and finances at risk. I'm protecting myself and our family. Update 1. Thank you for the responses to my original post. Most agreed I'm in TA, and this is a serious issue, especially regarding safety. Things have escalated in a terrifying way. Despite deleting the fake profiles, some men had our address from sending packages and were deeply invested in the fake relationships. 2 men showed up at our house looking for me, or rather, the persona Lily created. The first incident happened 2 days after confronting Lily. I was home alone when a man in his late 40s knocked, holding flowers, asking for me by name. I froze, confirming I was me. He beamed, saying he was thrilled to meet me and forgave me for ghosting him, mentioning a gift he'd sent. He knew personal details, like my favorite candy, which Lily must have shared from observing me. It was unsettling. I calmly explained he'd been scammed by a 16-year-old using my photos. His mood shifted to confusion and anger, accusing me of leading him on and demanding I return $800 he sent or face consequences. Terrified, I told him to leave or I'd call the police, phone in hand. He called me a lying scammer but left. I was shaken. I called my husband home and we had a family meeting. He finally grasped the danger, yelling at Lily for putting us at risk. She cried, claiming she never meant for anyone to show up. She only gave the address for gifts. We stressed that sharing our address was reckless. We installed a security camera, changed the Wi-Fi password, and contacted the police to report the trespasser informally, wanting a record. An officer advised considering charges for identity theft and fraud and to call 911 if the man returned. I felt validated that authorities took it seriously. 2 days later, another man in his 50s showed up at night, pounding on the door. My husband and I were home. Lily was in her room. He answered through a chain door, telling the man he'd been scammed. The man, agitated, demanded to see me, saying, "I love you, why are you hiding?" It was chilling. We warned we'd call the police if he didn't leave. He lingered in the driveway, shouting that I owed him answers, so we called 911. He left before officers arrived, but we provided doorbell footage. The police opened an investigation, as this was the second harassment incident tied to the catfishing. They interviewed Lily, who admitted to chatting with the man under the fake persona. Lily's grounded. No phone, no internet, no contact outside school or us. We informed her biological mom, though my husband hesitated due to embarrassment and distrust. Her mom's reaction was oddly calm, saying she'd talk to Lily. My husband now sees this isn't a minor prank, especially after the threats to me. He apologized for downplaying it. I want to let the police handle it. He's leaning towards settling privately by returning money. Our lawyer advised against contacting the men or offering money, as it could imply liability, and to cooperate with the investigation. The lawyer confirmed Lily's actions are serious crimes, but as a minor, she'd likely face juvenile court. We're arranging counseling for her. It's a nightmare, and I'll update as things unfold. Comment 1. That's terrifying. And TA at all, I'd fear for my safety. Have you or the police identified those men? Are they pressing charges? Op reply, it was horrifying. The police identified the first man using his first name and details from his visit and messages I'd seen. He filed a complaint after learning the truth, and we gave a statement to a detective. The second man's identity came from Lily's chats. We're unsure if he's taken action, but the police know of him. Both incidents are documented. Comment 2. This is way beyond teen antics. Where did she learn this? Was her bio mom involved, or did friends encourage her? Op reply, we're wondering that too. No evidence of friends yet. It seems she acted alone online. Her bio mom's reaction was oddly nonchalant, saying, "Kids do wild things, I'll talk to her." That felt off. My husband divorced her partly over dishonesty and money issues, though not exactly like this. We suspect her mom may have influenced her, but we need more proof. We'll update if we find anything solid. Update 2. things haven't calmed down. One victim is threatening legal action, and my husband is finally facing the fraud's reality. The first man, Jay, who showed up with flowers, filed a police report and is demanding $800 he sent, talking about suing me for fraud or emotional distress. The police informed him the perpetrator is a minor, but he's still pursuing a lawyer. This shook my husband, who hadn't realized we could be legally liable for Lily's actions. I pointed out that I'm the one at risk, as she used my identity, making me look like the scammer. He admitted she'd put a target on my back. Our lawyer explained that if Jay sues, we as Lily's guardians could face financial damages. We may need to repay the $3,000 plus in cash and gifts Lily received as restitution if this goes to criminal court. The credit card fraud hit my husband hardest. He hadn't fully processed that Lily opened cards in my name. When he confronted her, she defiantly said, "You wouldn't give me a card, so I needed one for stuff." He was floored, explaining she could have ruined my credit. My score dipped slightly from inquiries and a $200 balance, but I caught it early and hope it recovers. My husband's now oscillating between anger at Lily and guilt, wondering if he failed as a parent. I urged him to stop downplaying it, and the lawsuit threat and identity theft label finally clicked. He's no longer calling it a teen mistake. We've arranged counseling for Lily, who's unhappy about it. We had her write apology letters to the two men who showed up, though we haven't sent them on legal advice to avoid admitting liability. Another man contacted the fake account's email, heartbroken and threatening to go to the police. I apologized, clarified it was a minor's scam, and encouraged him to report it. Lily's barely speaking to me, furious and defiant. She alternates between crying fits and blaming the men, calling them creeps who deserved it. My husband's torn, lecturing her, comforting her, apologizing to me. I'm still furious. She used my identity like a prop, and it stings that she's family. We're cooperating with the police and our lawyer. We also found a suspicious text from Lily's bio, mom saying, "Did you get the cash from that guy?" It's just one line, but it's alarming. We're trying to recover more messages to see if her mom coached her. My husband confronted his ex, who deflected, blaming me for turning Lily against her. We've shared the text with the police, who may investigate her for contributing to a minor's delinquency. I'll update with more developments. Comment 1. Has your husband considered CPS regarding the mom's influence? Op reply. We're still digging into the bio mom's role. That text was incriminating and my husband's furious. We haven't contacted CPS or police about her yet, wanting more evidence. Our lawyer advised saving everything and discussing it with Lily's attorney if charges are filed. If her mom coached her, it's sickening. Lily's not visiting her mom's house for now, despite usual weekend visits. Comment 3. Have you returned any gifts or contacted the senders? Are you keeping them as evidence? Op reply. We're holding on to the gifts, designer items, electronics, per our lawyer's advice, as they're evidence and may need to be returned as restitution. I've cataloged everything with photos, including the creepy notes. If the men request their items through proper channels, we'll return them, but we're not reaching out directly to avoid legal issues. Update 3. It's been a grueling few weeks, but we have a major update. Lily is facing juvenile charges. The first man, Jay, filed a fraud report, and at least one other victim did too. The police investigation moved fast, thanks to the evidence I saved, screenshots, messages, and records of the men visiting our home. A week ago, officers arrived with a search warrant for Lily's devices. They took her laptop and confiscated phone, which we'd already restricted. We provided printed chats from the fake profiles. They interviewed us with my husband and me present for Lily's. The detective questioned Lily directly. She admitted much of it but downplayed it, saying, "I wasn't trying to scam anyone, they just wanted to send stuff, and I'd have stopped eventually." The detective countered that opening credit cards and taking money under false pretenses is fraud, intent or not. Then Lily stunned me by blaming me, saying, "If Op had helped me, I wouldn't have needed to keep going." She could have talked to one of them to end it smoothly, but she exposed everything and made them mad. I snapped, "You wanted me to join your fraud to cover it up." The detective redirected us, but I was furious. Lily cried, but it felt like self-pity for getting caught. The juvenile division, after consulting the DA, charged her with fraud, identity theft, and credit card fraud in juvenile court. We got her a juvenile defense attorney, who's aiming for a plea deal, possibly a diversion program since it's her first offense. She's home under our supervision with no unsupervised internet access pending her court date. When we told her about the charges, she broke down, terrified of jail. We explained juvenile court isn't like adult prison, especially if she cooperates, but stressed these are her actions' consequences. She apologized sincerely, sobbing, "I'm sorry I did this to you, Op." I hugged her, appreciating it, but noted it had to stop. My husband was emotional too. The next day, Lily reverted to coldness and defiance, saying the men deserved it for being pervy. We shut that down. No one deserved to be deceived or stolen from. With her bio mom, we recovered more deleted messages with my cousin's IT help. They show her mom coached her for weeks, giving lines to lure men like, "Say you're lonely, compliment them, ask for small favors." When Lily hesitated about sharing our address, her mom wrote, "They won't show up, they're too far or lazy. Just do it easy cash." It's sickening. The mom encouraged specific gifts, possibly to share them. We gave these to our lawyer and Lily's attorney, who said it could help her case by showing parental influence, though it doesn't excuse her actions. It may push the court toward rehabilitation. My husband confronted his ex, who cursed him out, blaming me for turning Lily against her. The police may investigate her for contributing to a minor's delinquency, but it's a separate case. Family court might adjust custody. Lily's not allowed to visit her mom for now. We're navigating this mess, hoping for a resolution that protects our family and holds Lily accountable. I'll update with court developments or more on her mom's involvement.